Hello, and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rake Tech New Beginnings. I am Towkn, and I moved some stuff around and made a little extra bigger platform for some stuff. And yeah, of course, there's a couple things I still need to take down back there that I never got around to doing. But yeah, but I also need to make another one of these. I made one more, right? And then I made another one of these and those so that I could put lead in here and copper in here to fill this up with lead, or not lead, zinc and copper, so that I can. Oh yeah, I need to fuel that in order to do that. But yeah. So we have that. I didn't actually take this down for some reason, even though I could have. Yeah, but yeah, you can see I made a couple of gearboxes so that I could easily just take that down and over, and then over, and then over. I had to raise this up because of where I put everything. I was thinking about putting it down here on the bottom and then going over, and then it's like, yeah, it seems like a lot of work. So I just kind of did that instead. And then this comes over here, that turns this, then goes up there and turns that so that that can mix those. We got the two flame things down here so that we could do that, but I do need another flame burner for that, right? For this mixing basin, just in case there's something else I gotta mix again that needs heat. So yeah, kinda missed that part when I was like, yeah, make two more of these, and then it's like, oh yeah, and then I was like, but I need another one of these, so I made another one. Completely forgot that I took one from over there, but that's not that big of a deal. So we'll just go with what we have then for now, and this seems like this should work fine. Um, I also went ahead and took that was a Damascus steel, right? It took the Damascus steel hammer out and did a whole lot. Well, not really a whole lot of mining, but I did a decent amount more mining. So I got another like 8 stacks of iron, a couple more stacks of whatever this is. This is copper. Yeah, I just look up at the top of the screen, right? Got ended up getting some more gold because it was next to the thing. Lead. I mean, I know I got a bunch of lead in one of these. But whatever. I got some more lignite so that we have more fuel for that stuff up there. And then, what? I could actually take this out. Take this out. But yeah, but also went and got a whole bunch of diamonds. But of course, I also put another chest down. But as you can see, it didn't necessarily give us a whole lot more room for stuff because yeah, we need. Honestly, it's because we have like so much stone dust, and I don't even know if deep slate dust can be turned into anything useful. Let's see, it could be used to make silicone dioxide of biotite, so it might be useful later. I mean, we could always get more later as well if we needed it, so we could throw it out now. But I think we might now be in a good position to start doing more of the other stuff. Again, I'm gonna click in here and it's gonna that getting the casting basin and the clockwork mechanism, which clockwork mechanism again really was not going to be too hard. We just need a brass plate, bunch of cogwheels, and a bunch more brass stuff. So we just need brass. So let's actually go ahead. We'll take this real quick and throw it right there so it can start smelting. And then we'll come down here, wherever here, grab this. And put it in there so that could start making some bronze. Or brass, not bronze. Make some brass. And with that, yeah, we could then work on making the brass gear that it said it needed. And everything else. Okay, so that's all of it. Okay. So we come back down here now. Of course, also, what we need to do. Did I can't remember if I ever found another ender pearl. I think we needed another one. Or something. I don't remember. Did Tom's need an ender pearl? The thing is here. The inventory. Yeah, oh yeah, we also needed the redstone comparator, which required Certus quartz, nether quartz, or quartzite plate. Quartz plate. We required that, so we couldn't do that yet. Never mind. Here, I was thinking we could do that, but no, we couldn't. Couldn't do that. We could do it if we could find some redstone comparators. But I highly doubt we're gonna find any of those just laying around, right? Because there is no other way. I mean, another quartz plate, again, is either going to be a cutter or a compressor from Greg Tech. And I have a feeling the other thing is going to be the same thing, the quartzite. Yeah. Darn. So when do we actually get this compressor? Well, actually, wait. We have this now, which is bronze. Right? So the bronze, and then of course this is low pressure steam. So I'm assuming if we made a steam boiler, we could get steam that we could then use to make this. And bronze plates is that, bronze ingot is that, or if we cast it, liquid bronze is going to be copper and tin. Right, liquid copper, liquid tin. So that is something we could do. We could get bronze. Is that what it even wants us to kind of... This is all brass. That's fire brick, some other stuff of sort. So if we went to low voltage, is that going to have raw nuts, annealed copper? I just want to make sure that that's not like something that it's like, hey, make in a little bit later. But it doesn't seem like it. So if we went here, the low voltage, large bronze boiler, there's where we would get bronze. But we don't get that until we technically get to the circuit, wherever the circuit's at on this page. Or whatever. Moving power, blah, blah, blah. So I think we might need to just do that. Make some bronze. So we can make that low steam boiler and then make the steam engine. You should upgrade to these as soon as possible. Steam engines provide higher RPM and stress capacity, their capabilities than a horde of windmills. I think the biggest thing with that is really just the stress capacity of how much a windmill can do. The steam machine can do more. So should we go ahead and pivot to that, I think. And, well, I mean, it's not really even pivoting it. It's just straight up just going over to it. So we would need, in order to make this, we will need some mechanical crafters, by the looks of it. We're going to need at least 15 of them. We are going to need one clockwork mechanism, some brass, some poor steel, and another shaft. Okay, so that's actually not too bad for making. So let's just see if I go ahead and click on this. I mean, I could put it over there just so we could see what it requires to make it real quick. But then if we go ahead Click on this, the brass casing, before we can make the mechanical crafter. And the brass casings are simply just that. I thought we made some of them. An andesite casing. B. No, we made copper casings. Or something else. I don't remember what we made the copper casing for. Was the, like, one thing? I don't know. So we made, yeah, just that. So we need to make the brass casing, which means we need 6 brass plates. We're going to need our hammer. Which again, I have no idea where I put any of this stuff because it's all been moved around. Here it is. Grab this stuff. Go ahead, grab that. We'll grab this and this. That and that. I don't think I need that copper. Oh, we got more brass there. I put the copper away. Okay, so we click on this, click on that, press A on this, and shift click on this and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need, I know I have some somewhere. Stripped logs. There should be some birch ones here somewhere. Don't see them in there. Don't see them in there. We can take that gold out as well. Oh, we do have some bronze ingots already. I don't remember where from. Okay, where? They gotta be here somewhere. Unless they're in my bag. Nope, not in my bag. There they are. Okay, so then we come over here. We click on that. We make our brass casings. Of course, we're going to need 15 of these, so we are going to need a heck of a lot more brass, actually. So I think with that, though, what I can do... I'm actually not sure if I can do it or not. Let's go like this real quick and type in hopper again. If I click on that, that's iron plates, iron gear, and a chest. So the chest, we're going to need wood. Grab this, and we also need flint, which I have one, but that's not going to be enough. I mean, honestly, it'll be enough to test and see if it'll work. So if I go like that, boom. Grab a whole bunch of this, like that, sure. And then we click on this. We click A. Okay, so if we go like this and we click on this, click on that, we go like this and make our chest. We click on this, and then we're gonna need just that. Okay, so we go like this, shift click here and go 1, 2. I don't think it was big ones, right? It was just regular rods. Yeah, just regular rods. We could also then click here and go 1, and then we need 5 more. But then we could get click here, get that, click here, get that. Okay, so then we could take a stack of copper. I don't know if I could just use a hopper to put stuff into this or not. I mean, it would make sense that you could. Okay, you can. And for some reason, it actually seems like it goes up high. It goes up to 16. Okay. But let's go ahead then and turn that on. And then we'll go ahead and do this one more time. So we'll come in here and just go like this. No, didn't want to click on that. So we'll go like this. We'll go like this and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's more than that. Whatever. Who cares? Go like this and make 2 of those so that we can shift click on that to make that. Then we need another chest. We do need to find at least 1 more flint in our vast inventory of who the hell knows where stuff is at stuff. Yeah, I don't know why I'm checking in there. Don't know why I'm checking in there. There we go, flint. Come over here. Shift click that, click this, click this. There we go. We could do that. And then we need zinc, which I honestly don't think we have a lot of anymore, unless it's in raw zinc form, which if it's the case, I have no idea where it's at. Spumodium, graphite, coal, lepidite, the other stuff. Um, more lignite, coal. Open this up. There's our flint. There's Chad. Open this up, which wouldn't be in here. Okay, so we don't have any of that. So I'm going to go ahead take this out of here. We'll go like this. We will go ahead and take this and put this up here. Or we'll go like that. And then we're going to go ahead and quickly, if I can jump over that. And swim over here. And get some more zinc, right? Torches, we'll go like that real quick. And then we'll come down here to here and find zinc ore and go like this and hope that the entire place isn't just filled with. I don't know why I did that. Go like that. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we could probably just come back up here then. And go, nope. That's all full of water too. Of course it is. Let's go like this. Start filling this in. Like so. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And that's probably going to do the same thing there. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and try and just get above. I was going to say just try and get above it, but that doesn't seem to be the case of what's happening here either. Why are you jumping so high, game? Okay, go like this. There we go. Boom. Why is there so much water in here? Holy crap. Especially that one. That one's just stupid. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hopefully, that'll be it for water for a while there. Okay, but we're not getting a lot of zinc that way, and that's going to be turning into uh, lead if I keep going that way. So we want to go this way. I thought I had put the torches on there. Apparently did not. Although I'm still not 100% sure if whatchamacallit even works with this. The fortune. It's hard to say for sure if it's giving more or not. But if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. Whatever. It's still got more health or life Like, why do the torches keep... Okay, so that's extremely annoying there, too, that the torches, then it's like I go to try to put them in my inventory, or in my hand slot there, and they're just like, nope, we're just gonna go away. Okay, whatever. Let's go like that. Okay. Well, I don't know if we're picking up any more now. Go like this, go like that, throw that out. There's more raw zinc in our inventory, so sure. Okay, well, that did that. That's falling that way, so whatever. Let's just go this way real quick for a couple until we get to there, and I'll go this way. And we're definitely not picking it up again. So let's go like that, and that, and that, and there we go. Let's just go ahead and say that's probably good enough, sure. Let's stop being annoyed by this stuff. There we go. Okay, and then we go here, 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 here. Get up that way. Then go here, and then of course we apparently got some over this way. And then we could just climb out of here. Get up here, and then just go swim back. Okay, well, we now have some zinc that we can put in there as well. I do still think it's kind of stupid that you don't put raw zinc in there. You have to put bars, so you have to make it into bars, and then you could smelt it down. That doesn't make much sense, but you know, it is what it is. Horrible at placing blocks, and I know it's mostly because of my mouse's fault. It's not very responsive all the time, but again, I don't know what you expect from a $30 mouse. I got it because it didn't click as much as the other one, and or click as loud as the other one, and I was surprised at how well that actually functioned, but it definitely does not seem nearly as responsive as far as the moving back and forth. But that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this. We'll run up here. Should have just did this before I went to sleep. We'll go here and we'll say zinc. We'll go ahead and throw the lead there as well. Because why not? Or some of it went too far. We'll go back up here, go like this. And try again. And of course it picked it back up. We'll go like that again. There we go. And then we'll come back. Okay. Gold can go back. Any iron we have can go back. Any andesite we have can go back. And then we can run back up here. I say it should all be made, but apparently it's not. But we're also going to go like this. Throw that stone dust in there. We don't need the stone dust. Okay, it looks like that is now all made. Perfect. We can then click here. And just throw, honestly, all this zinc in here. Then we can come down here, grab some copper. Go back up here, go to this. Throw all this copper in here, and then go like that. Go like that. Go like that. I got a thing, don't cross the streams. What's that? We press, not I. T. Watch two fluids meet in your pipe network. Hidden advanced. Ooh. Yeah, but this way here, we could just work on this and start getting a lot of bronze. Because again, we're going to need a lot. Why? So is that why we don't want to cross? Oh, because that. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. I might have to just move this one to the other side then. Or no, I could just go. Yeah, we're going to have to readjust this slightly. Okay, so let's grab our wrench, because I think this wrench we could still use to take stuff apart. Yet we could go like that and that and that. We'll do something with that in a minute. So we could go ahead and just put this. Okay, now how do I take that back out of there? Because that's not what I wanted there. I wanted it on here so that it will start putting copper in there. Okay. So if that's the case, I think I need to make another cog wheel. I don't have one. We might have one. Honestly, this isn't doing anything anymore right now, so let's go ahead and... Wait, I have one right there. Never mind. I don't know where I got it from, but we have one right here. So we go like this and put that right there, which then we can go grab another one of these. We might actually need this wrench. Okay. We grab one of those, bring it up here, put it on the side of this. Okay, that is telling it to go the correct direction, which works out perfectly. But then we can just grab this, put it right here. Go ahead, grab our foundry basin, put it right there. Grab our foundry lid, put it up here. Go ahead, take this down. And this down, just because... Honestly, we don't need it anymore, but we'll put one of these down just because it looks cool. Then we'll shift click on this, go like this, and say all the zinc again, like that. And then we'll take our lignite, put it there. And once we get the ability to do some other stuff, I mean, I could put a whatchamacallit there, but yeah. Let's go ahead, grab some pipe. Which I don't think I'm using this right now, so let's go ahead and just grab some of those. And we can put this right here. And put it right to there. There we go. Again, I didn't think about the whole fact that that was doing whatever, but this should now be doing that, which will do that. Now, I don't know for sure if I can use, like, if I go down here, we did get this andesite funnel at some point, right? We have belts somewhere. Thought they would have been still in here. They might be over here. Oh, that's a casting basin. Yeah, forgot about that. Could have some belts. There's one. That's all I really need. We do need some shafts. If we have those, we got those. Okay. So now if I came up here, can I put... I'm going to have to dig this up, aren't I? I'm not sure if I could do it like this. Can I put like this? Let's see. Let's go ahead, put that right there. Now if I take this, if I put a shaft there, that's where I wanted it. There we go. We go like that. And we put that belt there like that, right? And then we go up here and we click on that, right? And then with the bronze, I was thinking I could put this on there. I might not be able to do that unless that's moving. So we're gonna need another couple of these gears, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need some more gears. Let's grab some more gears and then see if we can get this working and come back if we can. If we can't, we'll still come back, but yeah. Okay, I figured it out. I ended up having to make the brass one because the andesite ones don't have filters. The brass ones do. So I made a brass one. I could put the brass ingot on there and then put a chest here. Got the belt and everything. And yeah, so now if I went in here, I took like this lignite again and just filled that up. Go ahead and throw one in here for the fun of it, one in there for the fun of it. As you can see, we are now just producing brass, and I don't have to sit here and click on it to do other stuff. The only thing I got to click on are these guys, which if I get some more, whatchamacallit, some more lignite from wherever I put it all, right? Let's go get some more, essentially, coal, whatever. I can come up here, set that to be on for 500 seconds, set that to be on for 500 seconds, and that to be on for 500 seconds. And then that'll keep running for quite a while. And with all of the copper and zinc in here, that should end up making quite a bit of brass for us. So yeah. So we could just do that and let that go. And of course, it would be nice if we could have more than just one thing making copper, but we don't. So this will end up going kind of slow overall, but once this moves that over, we'll get a whole bunch real quick. And yeah, as you can see, we already have almost a full stack of brass. So we go ahead and take that stack out, and then let's go see what again we need to do this. So again, we're going to need quite a few stripped logs because it's going to be, again, let's look at this. We needed 15 of these. And we get 2 for each one. So currently I can get 4. And we needed like 15 to make this, right? So we need 15. So if we said we need to make 16, we need to make 8 casings minimum just to do what we need to do for that. Okay, so to make 8 casings, we are going to need 6 more, which means we're going to need 6 more stripped logs. Okay, and we do have 2. You know, we could, yeah, probably just go ahead and take these spruce logs out of here. Let's go ahead and throw that and that in there. And I would assume a rubber log works, but I don't know if you could strip a rubber log for sure. Let's see, do we have any other ones? It does not really look like it. If I hit B, we just have a barrel there. We should have, yeah, there they are. The Umbra logs, which honestly we should probably just use those and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could then go like this and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get them like that. And then we click this. And you know what? I'm just gonna make all of them for now. And then if I click that, We get one, two. Yeah, perfect. So that was actually what we needed. Okay, so we could do that. Now we're going to need a crafting table and a bunch of these. So a bunch of those kind of sucks. That means we need to make some more wrought iron because I don't think we have any more of that. Okay, so wrought iron. With that, in order to get that, we are going to need a depot. Oh, actually, no, we got some right here, but that's probably not enough. It's probably not enough because we're going to need 8 of them. And it's one, so that would give us 3. So yeah, not enough. We definitely need some more, which just kind of sucks, but is at least doable. So we need to grab a bucket of lava. We're going to, I mean, I don't think we really need the fluid tank, but yeah, okay. And then we need, oh man, this is annoying. Actually, you know what? We could take the item drain, I believe. Grab that. We could then come over here. I think we could use the spout, and I think that might be all we actually need. You know, we need a depot, don't we? Do we have another depot? Yes, we do. Okay. I was going to say there should have been one because we should have had one from that. Okay, so now if we come up here, right, we'll just go to right here, and we take this, and we put it right here. We then just take something, we're going to shift click and put it on top of there, and then just do that. So that's going to be easier. And then if we get up on top of there somehow, so, oh my goodness, will you not make all that noise when you spawn in, please? He's got more fish, and a bumblebee spawns. Other than that, nothing extremely useful. So if we go up here and we put this right here, and I put that right there. Darn, I was hoping we could have it drain into there too. So it only drained into here. That sucks. Okay, well, that means we need to get some other stuff. So we'll go in here. We'll grab the mechanical pump. We're going to need other stuff too. Pipe like that. And if we come over here, I was thinking maybe I'll just attach it to that, but I don't think that will work the way I want it to. So sadly, I think, okay, let's take this down, this down, this down. And I mean, I still want it to go this direction. So if we go like this, and we put that right there, and then we just put this right here, and take this down, and then grab our pipe, and put it like so. We could go like that, and then we could grab from up here. Of course, we're going to need some more, so let's just go ahead, jump down here, and take that apart. We'll go ahead and take that apart for now, too. So I could put this right there. Let's go ahead, put step down there so we could step on that. And then we'll go like that. Yeah. And then we'll just hop down here, I guess. And run it back around. And that should now be filled with lava. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So then we can just go get some iron. Yeah, that's a smart guy right over there. It is nighttime, so we could sleep through the rain as well. We'll do that. And then we will grab, I don't need that much. There we go. We'll grab this, where we could then throw a bunch of these on there. We could bring this here over here to smash. And then come back over here. And just get all these picked up. Okay, yeah, we can't pick up all of them, right? Because, yeah. Okay, so go like that. That'll get twice. We could go like that. That'll get twice. Come back over here, grab that one twice. Back over here, grab that one. Then do that. And get all this wrought iron. And I could technically automate this later if we feel like we need to. It's just a lot of machinery stuff in order to make all this, and I'm trying to do as little as possible, honestly, as you could tell. I mean, I really should just be focused on making a couple of these with a belt so that this could then go down it and just smack on the belt. But yeah, there we go. That should be enough wrought iron, I think. Okay, so we need to click on this. We need our port stuff there. We can then click here. We can click here. Let's then click on this. Click on that. Click on that. And then we could shift. We don't have our file because we put it in our bag. Some of the other stuff, there we go. So we go like this. Shift click on that. And make 8 of those. Actually, we only needed to make 4, didn't we? Oh well, that's fine. We can then click this. We have enough to make 4 out of 8 because of the screws. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, go like that. Shift click this. And I was actually correct on how many of those I needed to make. So we'll go like that. There we go. And then we can shift click on this again. Get the other 4. And then mechanical craft, we need 8 crafting tables, which would be a lot of flint and wood. Just fine, we should have it. Come over here, grab our flint. We could then come here, shift click that, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Darn. Click too many times, that's fine, whatever, who cares? Okay, so now for that, we now just need the gears. So we're going to need 16 of the gears. So, in order to get 16, we're also going to need a lot more shafts. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go like this, and then shift click on this again, which we can't do because we don't have a file. We need 1 iron plate in order to make a file. So we'll go like that and make our file again. And then we can shift click on this, take half the stack, go like that. Put that back down there, then go like this to get a full stack of shafts. All that good. Let's actually go ahead and put that up there. That'll give us an extra spot. Okay, so in order to now make these, we're gonna need a bunch of andesite bolts as well. So if we go ahead, I'm just gonna go ahead and shift click on this again. We'll click on that. We'll go like this. And again, I just want to double check they are bolts for sure. There we go. We can then click. Did that break our file again? I want to assume it did break our file again. So let's go ahead, do that, do that. Shift click on that, and there we go. There's a bunch more of those. And then the only thing we're missing is going to be a mallet, which we can make our hammer. We can make another hammer real quick. And then we just need those here, which means we need the wood planks. Means we need the wood, and our saw's almost broken, so we're probably going to need that and that. So then we can click here and here. And shift click that. That'll break our saw. We could just make another saw. And yeah, it's gonna try to do that, isn't it? We have more oak planks somewhere that are easy to find. Nope. There we go. There's a bunch there. Go like this. And grab that with the saw. And make a whole bunch of those. And then shift click on this. Make a bunch of those. Not nearly enough probably because we broke this. So we need two of these. So 1, 2. We need a screw, so we're going to need one more technically. So we'll go ahead and make one more so that we could then go like this. Let's go ahead combine these because for some weird reason I had to take off that one. And then we go like that, and then we find our file again. It's right there to make our screw. And then we need 3 plates. So we go like that and go 1, 2, 3. And then we go like that to make that. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now we have that. We can then click here again and make the rest of those. To then shift click here and go like that until we run out of screwdriver. Where we need, they're gonna be, was it long rods or just regular? It's just regular rods. Okay, so we go like that. Go ahead, put one more up there. There we go. Perfect. Then we can make our screwdriver again if I can find it. There it is. Then we could shift click on this again. We have 5, so that's 6. So I need 11. There we go. And you know what? We're going to need more anyways later. No, I'm joking. I was going to say I'll just make them, but we need the shafts as well. So if I went like this and clicked on this now, we'd have 8. That gives us 16. Perfect. Yay, perfect. There we go. Okay. And now we come up here and set up a mechanical crafter in the way that we need to set it up to make this. So we need a 3x3 standard. So we'll go like that. Make the 3x3 standard, and then we need it to go over 5, it looks like, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 1 there. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just 4, and I can't really reach out over there unless I bridge out. So we'll go like this. Go boom and boom. And put that there. Okay. So now all of this is connected for the most part, except we need that to go that way and that to go that way. And then we're going to send these up to there. And we're actually, I think, going to go ahead and turn this so it goes that way. And turn that so it goes that way. So I think we could just do it like that. So all of those will come down here. That'll go that way. That'll go that way. It'll come out up there. We do need one more for sure. Just go in here and sleep real quick first. But we do need one more of these so that we can connect it. And then we need another chest. So if we go here and click that, it's going to try to use those planks, which I mean are fine, but we have these. Okay, there we go. So we could do that. We can then take that, put that there, that's here. We can run this out up here and all the way over here where we put this chest right here where that should go into. And then we need to put our gear right there, which apparently is too much stress for this system to handle. Darn. Add more sources or slow down the components with high stress. So, right now, I mean, yeah, we could always just see if we took some of this stuff off, right? So if we took that off, okay, so that's enough. That's enough to let it move for now. Okay, perfect. So we could just do that for now. Now we just need to go get everything we need to put onto here, which is going to be, again, when we look at this. Shoot! Nope. So before we do that, we are going to have to go ahead, take this apart and just put that one wheel back in, right? Because we do need to make the mechanism first. The brass mechanism thing. This right here. Which requires, again, we're going to need, because this has to repeat twice, we're going to need 2 of these. Some of those, and some of those. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all that done. Let's get that stuff that we need. Okay, so we clicked on this. We know for sure we're going to need at least 2 of these. We might even just want to go ahead and just make enough for 4. Because, again, we need 2. So if we have 4, that'll let us make 2 things. We are going to need 2 bronze or brass things here. Means we're going to need brass here. So we go like that. We don't have the brass ingots anymore on us. So let's go ahead, throw that up there. Go like this and say, what's in my, oh, my screwdriver. Like, what the heck's even in my hand right now? Go like that. We throw that in there. That in there. We want to keep the corn on us. We can throw that in there. That in there, and that in there. Okay, so let's go grab more brass. We should probably have some more in here. Yeah, see, there's 120, so we can just go ahead and grab all that. And then we'll come down here and we'll click on this and shift click on this and go like so I think we need 8. Yeah, because I think we need 8, because then we go like that to make 4 of those. Because if we're going to make 2, we're going to need 4 of those, right? Because that requires 2 of those. Okay, then brass nuggets. Okay, so that was just a simple salt and this. So we're going to need 8 of those for that as well. Okay, and then we need 8 of these again. So we're going to need, again, the brass, or not, wait, we don't need 8 of those. We need 2 of those. So we're going to need 2 brass, or 2 of these, right? So I'll go like that, because, again, let's just double check. So we need that. That's going to give us that. So yeah, we need 2 of those. And then we need 2 andesite plates. Well, we have 1, so we'll do that and grab that out to be able to make another one. And then we could click here like so, and here like so to get those. And then click here to get 2 of those. Right, so okay. So brass plate with thing, then thing, then thing, and smash, then thing, then okay. So yep, so it's gonna be, and we're gonna need to make one more brass plate real quick. We'll go like that. There we go. So it'll be the brass plate followed by one of these, followed by one of these, followed by one of these, smash it, and then that. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. So we can run up here now, where we'll go to this. We can put that on there. This will go. Then that'll go. Then that'll go. And we pick that up, smash it, pick it up, put it back down, put that on, pick it up, smash it. Then we do the process again. So we have that, where then we go one of these, one of these, one of these, one of those. So that, 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 smash, place, put that on, and then that. And that'll give us our thing. Okay, and then we'll do it again. Which actually, we need two more things, right? So 2 more of these means we need 2 more of those. So we'll go ahead and grab 2 of those. Go ahead and throw that in there. Throw that in there, and that in there, and that in there. And 4 of those. Okay, there we go. So then we can click here to get that. Here to get that. Here to get that. And then there to get that. Okay. Perfect. And then we'll run up here and do this whole process one more time. I'm going to go ahead and break that pile of sand. We don't need it. Put that, that, that. Put that down. And then that. And then put that down. And then we go here. This, 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 and that. Grab that, put it there. And then it goes here, smashes, goes here with this, and boom, there we go. A second one is done. Perfect. And then we go in here, click on this, gives us a random reward, which is more fluid pipe. Click on this, random reward, which is more fluid pipe. And then we can grab our wrench and quickly take that off. Then come over here to this. Put that in like so. Okay, and then now is where we need everything for what we have down there. Okay, so let's go ahead. Come in here. I don't think we have, well, actually we have 5 copper plates already. So we needed 7. So I need 2 more, so I got enough for 2 more. And then we need the 1 shaft. So we're also gonna need our, whatchamacallit, our forged steel, wherever I put that at. Poor steel. I could have swore it was over here. Oh, we got a blood moon. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Poor steel. Poor steel. There it is. I found it. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. Poor steel. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a bolt. And that is a poor steel bolt, right? Yep, it is. So we need 5 of these. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need a poor steel bolt. Like that. Perfect. And we need a brass plate. So we'll go like that, and we'll actually go ahead and just do a second one because, yep. And then we need the 2 shafts. So that's gonna be, open this up. No, we'll go like this and just say like that. And then click here. Click there and go like that. And there we go. Perfect. And then we'll come out here, run around here, go like this, go like this. Nope, not perfect yet. I forgot to make a couple of the plates. Copper plates, go like that. There we go. Now we can run out here. Hope nothing actually climbs over our fence, but that, and we go like this, put these in. There, like so. Okay, and then we get one of these in there. The shaft went in there. The bolt went in up there. 4 of those went in there. And the brass plate went in there. And as you can see, it'll suck everything together. Put it in there, make the thing. And boom, there we go. Perfect. So the brass plate again went here. We are going to need to go make a couple more rods because I forgot about wanting to make 2. So if I go like this, how many uses does this have? It's only got 2 more crafting uses. That sucks. Let's see. We need a stick and 2 iron plates. So there's a stick. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Boom. And then we needed a file, wherever it was again. We'd go like that. Go like that to get 2, and then 1, 2 to get 2. And then we could run all the way around and up here, where we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the bolt in there. Put the shaft in there. Put the mechanism in there. Run around this way. Back into here. We will go ahead and close the door for now real quick. Then we need 14 of these so that we can make 7 of them. Run around this way again. Back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And get a second one of these. Yeah, perfect. There we go. So with that, though, we're going to go ahead, run inside the house real quick, and see what we do with these again as well. Because I know there's some stuff. But if we go like this and hover over this and hold W, so this is what we're going to have to make. Get some tanks, and you put steam engine can be placed on it, right? And then you put a shaft out, checking the engine with, or clicking the engine with the shaft. We need fires underneath it, heat with water in a boiler space, and of course you have the fluid source up like that and that. And then of course different, campfires will work, but blaze burners increase the power output. And of course you could go bigger, and the bigger you go, the more pumps you could put on it. If you have the goggles on it, you can see what it does. And then there's the actual pumps themselves. And that was what I actually made, right? Was the pump. I'm not actually sure if those are different blocks. So like if I took this and put, like I can't even put this down, okay. But we are going to need some more fluid tanks in, I believe. I don't remember if we have more. I think we have just 2. Yeah, I think all we have is just 2 of them. Okay, yeah, and then of course, yeah, okay, and then so to make a fluid tank again, we click on this and press R, and then A, we need long rods and plates. So let's go ahead, go like this, and we need plates. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2. Was it 2 plates per? No, it's 4 plates per. Right, 4 plates per and 2 long rods. So if we went like that, that'll give us enough for 2 tanks, and then we could shift click this and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Click U on that. Just shift click on this to get 4 of those. To then click on that to get 4 of those. Okay, perfect. Now, I don't really like the whole blaze burner process, how it takes to make a bunch of those. So if we went here and said camp, what does it require to make a campfire? It is charcoal or coal, logs, and sticks. So that's all it's going to be. So that's actually super, super easy. We can just find some charcoal. We can find our logs wherever we put them, right here. And we could easily just make sticks with 2 of those. Okay, there we go. We go like that. Shift click. What are we going to be short on there? Just logs. Okay, that's fine. We could just get 3 more logs. I'm going to assume rubber logs will work. We go like that to just get 1 more of those. Perfect. And then we'll be able to set up a steam boiler here in a minute. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to go. I think I'm gonna just do it underneath this, so we're definitely gonna want to wait until. Yeah. Seriously, how do these creepers keep getting over? Okay. Oh no, that's bad. Well, we'll just hide in the house until it's daytime, and then we'll come back out. I mean, it is technically sunrise now, so it's getting close. Let's go ahead and put copper back in there, that back in there. We don't really have a place for the brass or the poor steel right now as far as these go. And everything else is still a mess, so let's go ahead for now. Put them in our bag where we will forget about them. And yeah, we'll come back once everything's cleared up and I build this steam engine. Hopefully. So, I got this all set up, right, with the campfires. And I'm guessing it just doesn't produce enough heat to make these move. Right, so I brought this all down like this, and I go like this, and I could put that there, which will get that going. So this is now, whatever, but it's, according to this, it's making 0 stress because it's got no heat. So I'm assuming campfires aren't going to be good, and I'm going to have to use the clockwork burners or the blaze burners, which I can't really use blaze burners until we go to the nether. Uh, but for now, I think, I mean, we could always just take these down, right? Let's just take these down and put 3 of these down underneath there. Oh no, I'm stuck. There we go. I got out. I just want to see if I could get it working. Right? Let's go like that. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. Like that. And now you can see, oh wow, that's doing 32,000. And then these are working. So I'm assuming now if I went ahead and took this off, right? It's going slower. But as long as these have heat, they should keep continuous. This should technically continuously go because it is feeding itself. So this is going fast enough for that to keep this full, it looks like, as far as I could tell. So maybe as long as we keep these full. That is very annoying, and we don't have the ability to mute them. But what we do have is a boiler. So I think it will take some time. I'm going to have to go ahead and make some more clockwork burners. Of course, I am curious now. If we went into, I mean, we could probably just do it off of a furnace, right? So we could go into like one of the furnaces and just tell it to make a bunch of like the raw whatever. Of course, we could also just straight up do it off of a thing like this. But I'm curious, as soon as these two here run out, what that is going to do to the thing. So if we're looking at it now, these have 18 seconds. Once these burn out, that should technically slow those stress units down, right? I believe so. 4 seconds, because at that point it's not heating up as much. Yeah, so you can see that slowed down. It's half the speed now with only just one of those going. But like I said, if we were to possibly get some stuff to be able to feed this up, we could go like this, right? And if we actually put this bar back on there real quick, again, see that one's making 16, the other one's making 16. If we go up here and look at some of this stuff here, what's that? Still 700. Still 360, 360. That one's not even connected anymore. Can we connect it back up is a good question as well. Um, Go like that. And put that there. And yeah, everything is now, well, actually, no, that's not connected, is it? So let's go ahead, come back down here. Let's throw that in there, grab out some of this. I think, there we go. And then I think we could just go like this real quick to make one of those. Let's go ahead, throw that there. We could then click here because we need more shafts. We could click this. Go like that to make more shafts. Click that. There we go. Yeah. And now we'll run up there real quick and hook this up and see if it's able to power everything. So yeah, so as you can see, that is now able to power even this crafting table thing, with doodad that we have, along with everything else. Of course, like I said, we need to get something to let these be able to keep continuously running. I know there's a thing called a blaze cake, right? So a blaze cake, which is a blaze cake base, which is cinder, power, sugar, and whatever. I do wish it told you how long it would burn. Delicious treat for your hardworking blaze burners. Yep, and then of course the creative one we can't make. Um, but that's just it. That's the only thing I kind of hate about the whole blaze burner thing. Is it's just create a blank account in the banker's name, useful for sharing an account with people. You can assign a bank card to the banker by placing, I don't even know what the heck that's talking about. The boiler, in order for it to work, it has to have a constant source of heat. I don't think lava under it is considered a constant source of heat either. I mean, I could always try that as well, or look that up and see if there is a way to get this constantly running without having to need to continuously farm stuff. I mean, it is quite possible that this might be a way to do it. Just blow the heat at it using lava. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. And we will come back next time for some more Greg Tech, where we hopefully figure out what we need to do in order to get this to run more efficiently, or if we need to just work on doing some other stuff. And yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Peace out. See you later.